you wanna come try to take my gun, son, you better be bulletproof.
A chance to live a dream in Tennessee. In Tennessee.
Guess what? We're back. Yeah, I figured I could do a walkthrough, show you what some of the stuff that we've been up to. We finally have some kind of connection. We didn't have the internet. We're trying to get back online and show everybody what we've been up to. So stay tuned. I'll be right with you guys.
The king shilling and follow your dreams. I'll make you a sailor like me.
Come on, get your flannels on. Let's go. Turn around and say hi to YouTube. All right, so we have another project here. We're trying to get this horribly ugly looking living room done here. As you can see, I mean, it reminds me of vodka sauce after you puke it up after a night of drinking. But yeah, so we have the living room here. Here's the living room. We're trying to get 2 wood stoves in before the cold weather comes. We've got this one over here. This is an old Atlantic, which I don't think I'm going to have it here. I think I'm going to have my, we have a Vermont Castings Defiant, no, Resolute. It's called a Resolute. Really, really nice shape. It's like new. What we're going to do is we're going to put the Vermont Castings, the one behind the door, we're going to put that here. So I constructed this, and we went through a couple of different visual differences here. It's been torn out twice. Not the structure, but the tile. And I'll attach some pictures. We were trying to go for like the country look, and everything was just not working. I put porcelain tile, she hated it. I put porcelain tile again with a wood grain, and she hated it. We tried using this stuff here, the corrugated, which I might actually keep. I'm not really sure yet. We're gonna probably do pallet wood, old barn board behind it. We don't know yet, but in any event, I'm here putting the wall thimble in. We ordered a couple of these wall thimbles. This is, you know, so anybody who doesn't know, you cut a hole in your wall and you put this so that your pipe can pass through it. So I'm in the process now of actually cutting the hole. So we measured it, 18 inches from the ceiling, 18 inches from the wall. That's where it needs to be. So now my drill took a shit last night, my DeWalt drill, so I had to order a new one on eBay. It's actually brand new, used. It was a display, $39, not bad. It's like a $100 drill. But yeah, my drill finally took a shit, so I had to take a hammer to the wall there. Now I'm gonna get the jigsaw, and I have to cut out a 12 1/8 hole, square. And then I'm gonna have to frame it out. They say you're supposed to frame it out for the wall thimble. So that's what we're in the process of doing. So I guess we'll just walk you through little by little and try and get this room in shape for the holidays. It's a nice room. It's just we're gonna keep this wood. We're gonna paint it like a nice dark color with a nice light color above it. I'm gonna varnish all this. This is all nice pine. I constructed this from unfinished, unpressure treated pine, and I think it'll look good. I think it'll look nice. I'm building her a couple of corner shelves for the bathroom out of scraps that we had. So I'll just have to sand those down and put a little varnish on them for her little knickknacks and shit like that. So, all right. So we cut our hole, 12 1/8 by 12 1/8. You can see now how nice and tight it fits. Let me get a. There's your wall thimble. That's the inside piece. Now, what we have to do is we have to draw a marker line on the inside of here, measure for the center, and then we have to get a drill and drill out the to give us our center line. All right, so our next step has been achieved. We have a stud here, we have a stud right here, and what I did is I did a series of holes with the paddle drill because I really didn't want to take a chance on getting it right on. So what I did is I traced it from the inside. Now I know that when the outside piece goes on, it's going to line up nice. But I still have to clean up the hole a little bit. All my paddle drill holes are just slightly inside, so I just have to clean up the hole a little bit with the Sawzall. All right, so we're into the next portion of our wall thimble installation. I'd like to point out that I just wet sanded this hearth with 400 grit, and I gave it another heavy coat of clear. As you can see, it's got a nice shiny, it's still wet, so I got to be careful. And then what we'll do is we'll wet sand it again, and we'll do it again. So far, I've got about 2 quarts of clear on this, but managed to frame out the wall thimble. What that does is it leaves a 1-inch gap all the way around the thimble. Now I'll walk you over to the thimble and we'll explain to you exactly how this works. All right, in addition to the 1-inch gap in our framing, there is also a 2-inch gap here. You see that gap? Our pipe slides in there and it leaves a 2-inch barrier or 1 3/4 barrier around it. Now, in addition to the framing, in addition to that, this is an 8-inch diameter hole. We're running 6-inch pipe, okay? What we're gonna do is, in addition, is we're also gonna run double wall pipe. So there'll also be an additional gap in here, see? All the way around. So FedEx came today and we got our wall thimble kit. So we're gonna just go inside, inventory everything, make sure everything is there, and we're gonna start the installation. So anybody out there, I know I got a few emails saying, you know, where was part 2? We had to come up with the money to get it, so you know, we finally got the money. The total cost was around $550, I believe, for the chimney stuff, and we got the wood stove free, so we figured we'll put it in. I do believe that everybody should have an alternative source of heat. You know, when it comes to, you know, if shit hits the fan, whatever, you should always have that alternative kind of heat. So we'll check back with you. All right, so I took a quick inventory of everything, and everything seems to be there. We have the wall thimble. We have the support brackets for outside that support the chimney. They have to be screwed into the studs. We have our 12-inch piece that goes through the wall thimble. We have our cap and all our other assorted brackets and stuff like that, which, yeah, so I finally cut the vinyl and clean up that hole. So that's what we got to do first. What we got to do is we got to cut the outside vinyl, clean up that hole, and then insert the piece from outside. All right, so we're getting there. I still have a little bit more cleanup. I had to tape a piece of wire to get this phone line out of the way. I'm gonna have to reroute that. That's our internet. That's our connection to you guys out there. So yeah, so we'll check back with you. I gotta clean this up a little more. Another little tip real fast is that we had 2 layers of this roofing material. I don't know if you can see it here, but when I went with the cutting wheel, it was splattering all over the siding. Initially what I did is I used some kerosene, which in one of my other past videos, I showed you the multi-uses for kerosene. I use it to clean guns, I use it for all kinds of stuff. Kerosene is a great product for all different kinds of things. And what I did is I rubbed it on here and to clean it all off. Now, you didn't see it before, but it was really, really bad. And kerosene took it right off. All right, so now because I used kerosene on here, I just got myself a little solution of dish liquid and water, and I'm cleaning all the kerosene off so that when we put this wall thimble on and we caulk it, the caulk actually sticks. When you do this and you cut your hole, you want to make sure that you're up under this ridge if you can be. You see how nice and tight that is? You can't see it, but it's right up under that ridge. If you can do that, you'll have a much better seal. But she's looking right so far. So what we're going to do now is take it off, caulk the ever-loving hell out of the inside of it, around the edge here, and we're going to get some stainless screws and we're going to screw this to the outside. All right, so I gave it a heavy coat of silicone around the hole, okay, and also around the whole unit. You see it? I left a little room for expansion Also, when you do this, make sure you have a wet rag available too, so you can clean up your work after you put it in. So we'll screw it in now. All right, so our outside portion is now in. I caulked all around the outside, pumped it in there really good. Aussie. All right, so we have our wall support kit in. As you can see, we use 5/16 lag bolts. We're complete with the wall support outside. So now I'll walk you inside. Boss of the Swamp. I don't know if anybody subscribed to his channel, but he's one of my favorite channels on YouTube. Boss of the Swamp. He's out in New Hampshire. So here's what you got inside. Everything is done right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of this insulation, and I'm going to pack some of the insulation inside this hole here. All the way around, we're going to pack it nice with the insulation. Then we're going to put our exterior thimble on, which is right here. That thimble will go on. We'll screw that with some nice heavy screws, and then put the cover on. So we'll check back with you. All right, so there you go. We have our wall thimble installed, and now I only have the black plate is only on there temporarily. I have to texture the spackle around the sheetrock that I put in there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So now the only issue that I have here is that if I go straight up, I'm gonna hit the ridge of that roof. So I'm gonna have to come out, and I'm not really quite sure on how to figure that out. They have a whole thing inside where you have to measure the offset and all that stuff. So before I can actually put the chimney pipe in, I'm gonna have to figure out. I think the most you can run is a 30-degree angle. So I'm gonna have to put a 30-degree angle on there, and then probably a 1-foot piece, and then another 30-degree angle. I mean, I think that's what I'm gonna have to wing it here and figure out what I need to do. But so I bought my 2-foot section in the middle there with my 30-degree elbows, and it looks to me like we are still too far away from the house. If you look at it that way, it's a good foot from the house. So we're gonna have to run back to Lowe's and get a 1-foot section, and I think a 1-foot section will bring it a lot tighter to the house. So we'll check back with you. Hey guys, so I thought this was funny. I had to report this. This is a few days later. I returned one of these because it was dented to Lowe's. So now it's about 4 days later. We're walking down the aisle here to get the 12-inch piece of pipe, and it's funny. I told him it was all dented, and here it is on the floor. How I know is that that little rip in the box there. So even though they knew it was defective, they put it back on the shelf here with the stovepipe stuff. So I'm anchoring my chimney pipe to the roof here, and I'm using this conduit, this metal conduit here. See what I'm doing? I'm flattening the edge, and I'm cutting a tab into it, and I'm using these hoops that are readily available. These hoops that are readily available, and I'm screwing them like that, screwing them to the stud in the roof. And now what I'm doing is I'm working on the second one, but I dropped the All right, so there you go. I just utilized some household electrical conduit, which is a pretty decent wall. And I utilized that same beam going down the side there because I grabbed it and I know it's there. So I think that'll be enough, though. It seems to be fairly strong. Well, there you go. I don't know if you can see it right now, but it's really windy outside. The trees are blowing. They're blowing pretty good. That tree doesn't budge much, but yeah, so she's right. We got the conduit on one side and the other side, and it's pretty stout. I might say it myself. I got some 6-inch lag bolts in there, so it ain't going nowhere. So we'll check out the side. So here's the side view. Man, it's blowing up pretty good now. I don't know if you can hear the wind or not. It's blowing up good. But yeah, so it's anchored pretty good. It's not going anywhere. It's not moving. Right now it's fairly windy, and it looks pretty good. But, you can't even see the other strap from the side. But if you go over here, you can see it over here. See it? Yeah, we're pretty good here. We're nice and straight. So now I guess we'll go inside and check out a fire. Light a little fire and see what happens. We got smoke coming out the chimney. It's coming out. So Debbie and I decided to go with corrugated because it looks pretty nice. I've got some strip pine, and I'm doing a one inch's worth of strip pine behind the corrugated as like a heat barrier. So it's a real inexpensive way, and like I said, once I clear coat that, it all matches up and look pretty nice. So we'll check back with you when I get the other side done. All right, so that's what you got. I just got to put a little bit of lacquer on those strips. The strips holding it back, but now we have just over a 1 inch gap behind the corrugated. We got about 1.25 inches because the actual corrugated is offset about 1/4 inch. So, and now we also got river rocks. They're about a 1 inch diameter, multicolored, black, gray, light gray, dark gray. I think it's going to look beautiful when it's all said and done. This is living, folks, over here in West Tennessee.
Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Now flush. Ready?
It's a new day for West Tennessee preppers.
This is our house. See how beautiful it is? You can see the quiet. It's so quiet. You know what I like? My favorite part is only land across the street, and there's the road. It's beautiful when you come up and you go around the bend, and there's our house. But here we'll just walk around the land that we have. There's Ozinator, the prepper dog. He made a pin, because of course he has to be pinned in so he doesn't take off. Say hi, Oz. There he is. Yeah, he did decide, and we're thinking of continuing it on the porch. There's Den. What's up? And then here's our fire pit. But here's the land. We have it all the way back here. I had some fruit trees. I'm excited about that. They have a peach, plum, apple, and a pear tree. Den was trying to help me with it.
You got like 2 acres that way, right?
Yep. So we're still continuing.
You never owned that in Jersey.
No.
You're pretty much a bottom feeder in Jersey.
Well, this is awesome.
It goes all the way back, a couple fruit trees.
And back here from the bushes, it goes down, but we owned that also, and there was a lot back there.
My shop's going to go over here somewhere. Overlooking the trees.
Yeah. We own across from those trees back there. We own back there too, up to the street. But these are the trees, my peach trees, plum, there's the apple tree, and it continues. I never owned so much land. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? And it continues. I just want to show you. All the way back there to that tree back there, we own. There's a border line. And then it goes all the way over here. So yeah. And we still have the back of the house. It continues. On the side of the house, on the back of the house. I mean, it's so peaceful. I mean, you hear a couple cars going by, but it's so peaceful here. I enjoy just coming, just waking up in the morning and having my coffee on the porch. I want to show you back here. Like I said, Bill and Rachel, they've been doing so much for us. I mean, first day we were here, they fed us. They even told us we could take showers because we had no running water. It was rough. I mean, once we got the water, we just bathed out of the sink. You know, that's a proper thing. Yeah, and now this is the back of the house. Let's see if I can. I have a video of them on a tree. Helping them out to get up. We're trying to save this tree. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Now it's Den's turn. Sorry for the shake. There he goes. There's my man. What an awesome neighbor. Bill and Rachel's been here for us. The best neighbors we can have. They've been seeing us with the hard work we've been doing, and they help out. Never ask for a dime, nothing. God, my hands are shaking. All right, let me stop this. There he is at work. He's been working so hard, I'm telling you. Now I could have my morning coffee and look out with beautiful scenery. This is the back of the house. We still have to do some work on it. And we own, not over there, but that's the garden I started. But we own over here. I mean, it's beautiful. We had to clean around the sewer drainage right here, and like he showed on he's going to show, he has a video of his stumps. We're trying to kill them and clear this out to make it really nice. Yeah, we're trying to, it's a lot of work, but we'll get it done. I mean, it just takes time and patience. I'm a very patient person, and yeah, this is what we're up to, and I thought to share it with you guys. After you get done everything, this is when you like feel good about it, you know, just something amazing. All the efforts, but it's a lot of work, especially when you only have a push mower. Thank God for the neighbor. We get him, and yeah, we try to clear out so it doesn't grow. I mean, it grows like weeds around this, so we're trying to fix this. Yes, you see that? Last night I was working, and that was pulling over. I heard something, and it's because the tank is finally in. They just show up, they don't call, no nothing, and this is what we have here. Look at that, isn't that a beauty? To you, it might not be a beauty, but to Dan and I, we're gonna be sitting like kings and queens now. That's where the old sewer was. I think I have a video of showing you what it looks like before, and it was an old cistern that they did back in the day, because this house is over 100 years old. It didn't have sewer or anything, but that's what it looks like. Isn't that awful? Ugh. There was like 9 people living in this house before us, and they had animals, dogs, everything, and we used to have to mow. Then had to mow over it. We both had to run over this. It was horrible. And down there, my neighbor, if it's too high, you can smell it, and it was so hard to work over here when you smell this. So this is a big investment from us. We saved up, we were able to get it. Look at this. That. Wow, look at that. I'm going to keep that. Okay, this is a side view of the house.
Ozzy's final resting place.
Yeah, I showed them in the beginning of it, showing them. But this is, and I showed them the view, the highway.
Now, guys, you can't appreciate it, but the house doesn't look like much. But if you would have came here right when we first got it, it was horrible, man. There was what was that stuff?
Oh, that lattice. Oh, it was
plastic
white.
lattice. Plastic lattice all over the place, dirty, filthy. We hand scrubbed the front of the house, painted the poles, scrubbed the gutters. The gutters were dark. The gutters were as green as the roof, right? Moss and mold. And
I mean, look at the view. Yeah.
yeah, it's a beautiful little house, man.
Oh yeah.
It's pure country.
If you wanna come try to take my gun, son, you better be bulletproof.